Hello, Niall. Hello, Ari.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, Ivor. How are you?
Yes,
Good to see everyone.
yes, I can see. How are you now?
I wish to give my apologies. I must leave this meeting in about 20 minutes because I have a radio interview. We find two new dugout boats, or two old dugout boats, last week here in Ireland. So there is a national radio wish to talk about this discovery.
Okay. Can you hear my voice?
I can, yes.
Okay, thank you. Good. Thank you.
Niall, how old are these boats that you found?
Okay, we have taken a sample to radiocarbon date them. With the boats in Ireland, it's not possible, or it is very difficult most of the time to give an age from a visual examination, because how they are, the different size of the boat and the shape of the boat is not a factor of age. They are a factor of the environment in which they are used and the purpose for which they are used. But these boats, one of them has three nails, iron nails on it. And we know from these nails that they are medieval. So they are anything from 600 AD to 16 or 1700 AD. Mm-hmm. So not prehistoric, but definitely medieval.
Congratulations for this new found.
Oh, thank you. There are photographs up on the Early Watercraft Facebook page. I posted them up a few days ago. So it's always an exciting discovery.
Yes.
What is new news with you, Harry?
Well, very little. I have been reading some old papers. I have a cottage 20 kilometers from Helsinki center. I have stored there 1 or 2 cubic meters of paper prints of my past canoe studies. So when I go there, so I shift all the papers, and maybe I have to burn them next summer. My wife don't like them.
Harry, if I can be a little bit crude, my wife does not mind me studying these dugout boats. She calls them my pornography.
Oh yes, naked boats, yes.
Yeah, exactly, yes. But she is happy that this is the only pornography that I do, so that's okay.
Yes. When I was last week in the cottage, so I found one paper written by Ivar. It was printed 2007, and it was about the Webb's boat in eastern or south of Leningrad or St. Petersburg region or east. I don't know, remember.
East. We was there together with Jan.
Yeah, okay.
We was there actually 2 times in the midsummer, and then we met 3 people, boat builders. Actually, even 4. And then one of them invited us back, so we went back in the autumn, and we was building together one Pepsian kind of Habio, like
yes.
expanded dugout boat.
Yes. Yeah, I could see from the picture photos taken. So what kind of? I have seen them earlier because some Finnish scientists, they have traveled there too and documented Webb's boat near or east of St. Petersburg.
And for sure, this is one of the regions in Russia where even today it is a living culture. So that time, 2007, it's like almost 15 years ago. Yeah, it was these people was pretty old, so none of them probably is still alive.
Yes.
But there was also one younger man, and who was hosting us, kind of guiding us around. So we was driving with him as a guide and looking for these old men builders. And only next day we somehow found out that he actually builds also dugout boats. So it was very, very funny.
Yes, yes, yes.
And he was like maybe 10 years older than me. So he must be still doing it. I mean, at least like in the age of 60 something at the moment. Do you think,
Yes.
Jan, do you remember?
I think, yeah, he must be, if not the problem with drinking, yeah, because that was bad situations. They drink so much, not vodka, but spirit, how it's called, 96 degree.
Yes.
So Yuri was also here, but he disappeared. But I think there will be no more people. So we are here. Niall unfortunately leaves, yeah. So no, but I am also recording this. Maybe later I cut it, like take out not interesting stuff and still have a recording for the others. Anyway, our plan today, I mean, we are just 6 of us, but I was last week having a pleasure to have Thomas here in Estonia.
Yeah.
And Thomas was also giving 2 lectures, one in Tallinn Maritime Museum and one in Pärnu Museum. Yeah, there was not very big crowd attending, but maybe 10 to 12 people in both places. And it was really good. So thank you very much, Thomas, for these lectures. He also then third day looked at our boats. So he saw some of my boats and some of Priit Kalev and some of Jan. So in 3 different places where three boat builders, and we agreed also then that we will have this meeting today and maybe discuss, and we will hear what Thomas also has kind of first ideas for this expedition.
Yes.
And Yuri also comes there, so maybe we can just say hello. Привет, Юрий.
Привет, привет.
Кажется, мы вот 6 человек, да, и больше не будет, потому что уже 15 минут прошло. И Niall have to leave. Niall должен скоро идти. He have a radio interview with because of some new, I mean, not new, but new founds of old boats.
Отлично, поэтому переводить не обязательно.
Yes, we are not trying to translate everything to Russian, because with Yuri we anyway communicate. And идея в этом, что вот мы обсуждаем, что Томас видел, да, и какие у него теперь... Да, все. So maybe we don't need even spend too much time, and let's then start with you, Thomas, with your reflection to trip to Estland.
Yes, that is good idea.
Okay, can you hear my voice now? Is it clear enough?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I had the pleasure to visit Estonia and see the boats. Ivar's boat at the museum in Tallinn, and then Jan's, and I don't remember how to pronounce his name.
Priit Kalev.
Yes. And I also saw the place where Ivar built his boats by the lake, and it was a very interesting trip for me. So maybe you just should translate for Yuri this.
Yeah, Yuri said no need to translate. Let's have in English, because he's the only one, and with him anyway we speak later, and I have already spoken.
Okay.
So yeah, we do it in English.
Okay.
And he understands some English anyway.
Okay. So for me, it was interesting. What I was thinking about regarding the boats is the different way of making the boats in Estonia and Russia. Because in Russia, when I went there last year, I was describing how to make the dugout in the Volga region, and compared to the Estonian way, there's a big difference. In Estonia, they cut the log in a quite different way, and the boat is flat on the bottom. And in Russia, the boat has the bottom with the curve of the tree given by nature because of the wind. So that is a main difference, I think. And then even more, the Estonian boats are a little bit more thick in the material. The Russian boats are more thin in the wood. Maybe this has something to do with the fact that they are used mostly by the smaller rivers now. I don't know, but at least there is some differences between the Estonian boats and the Russian boats. But my impression is that when I see the Estonian boats, I would not be afraid of using them on the sea. I can see when I look at them that they will also work on the sea. And Jan told me even that one of your boats you actually used in the bay in Estonia. So actually my idea is, because I cannot wait for, maybe I should say that I met with Ivar and an Estonian explorer, and he said to me, I heard it, that he would in 2023 be the safety boat for an expedition. But for me, I cannot wait 1.5 years more. So maybe, I read that to Ivan, maybe my idea is, or my idea would be, maybe to make this expedition in phases. And one first phase could be to go from where the UNESCO listing has been connected to, was the Soma region by the Pärnu, from Pärnu to Tallinn. This could at least be one stage of an expedition. Because the director of the museum in Tallinn told me, I heard it, that I could start my expedition from the harbor at the museum in Tallinn. So maybe a small trip this late summer or maybe early summer could be from the Soma, actually from maybe from Ivar's place by the river to the bay and then to Tallinn. Mm-hmm. And maybe also passing the island of Saaremaa, because there were found some boats there in the Viking Age. I don't know, but that is my idea now. And then I also met with a Russian young man. He's educated in St. Petersburg as an archaeologist, and he also likes to row in kayaks, and he does some surfing. And I met with him, and he's actually interested in joining this very small expedition. So that is my plan so far. So maybe you should ask some questions, or maybe ask me to say some more.
Would you also go to Helsinki if we find a safety boat?
Maybe. Mm-hmm. But then maybe I should ask, because I've been thinking, maybe we should ask Harry. Because when you cross, I would like to cross the Baltic Sea where the distance is smallest, and I will go to this small island just outside Tallinn. And maybe Harry knows, are there some historical places on the Finnish coast of the Baltic, opposite Tallinn? Are there historical places where boats have been found there?
Well, you see, in this archaeology in boats is rather difficult, at least regarding the expanded logboats, because they are made from soft wood, and you cannot find over 1,000-year-old boats in the Baltic region because they are made of poplar or aspen wood, and they are rotten old. In no country you can find those kind of expanded logboats. I once had a contact to Dansk to the museum there, and there is a scientist told me that in Poland they have never found a logboat over 1,000-year-old. So it's difficult to know what kind of boat they have used in the past, very long in the history, early history. And we know only the boats which we can see today in the museums or some other places.
Yes, fine. Thanks.
Excuse me, I just wish to say thank you very much for today. I have to go to be on the radio show, and Tomas, it sounds very exciting. I would love to be there myself, but I will be there in spirit with you, and very best of luck with your adventures. So until the next meeting, thank you.
Bye-bye.
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 Yeah. Other question, Thomas. Would you think of using one of these boats without one board, an extra board, or you want then the boat to rebuild with one board?
Actually, I think maybe without a board, and then with some kind of maybe something which will make the boat not be able to sink. It wouldn't. If you have water in the boat, it's no problem. You just don't need the boat to be able to sink it. So, but maybe Jan, you've been rowing these boats in the bay, yes?
Yeah, no problem.
No problem.
No problem.
No.
2-3 kilometers. It depends waves.
Yes.
Sea wave is like how it's. I can't say in English how it's called. Tip of waves like
yes.
rowdy, yeah.
Yes, I know.
How it's. Aivar, aita tõlkida.
No.
See intervall või kaua, kuidas vaata on, laine intervall?
It's 1 to 20. 1 to 20, the height of the wells to the length. It's 1 to 20.
Yeah. On a sea, yeah, it is more safely than in Peipus Lake or Tšutskoje ozera.
Yes.
That is like
yes.
single machine, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. This wave must carry this boat up, down, up,
yes.
down. Yeah.
Yes.
And how much I have experienced, we have a connecting between Tallinn and Helsinki, yeah? And
yes.
that is big traffic
yes.
with big ships, yeah?
Yes.
And sometimes in summertime, this is like a mirror.
Yes, the water.
Yeah.
Yes.
No wind, no waves, nothing. And if you find this day, yeah, you must see this how it's called, this ilmateade.
Weather forecast.
Yeah,
yes, yes.
And then I think this is maybe 10 hours, 10, 11, 12 hours, yeah.
Yes.
And this is possible to quickly.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I would not recommend that to come over by paddling. Yes.
But if you have like a security boat,
yes,
because here is I know with kayaks and I can't remember what kind of boats it was, and there was swimmers, yeah.
Yes.
how it goes is long distance swimmers, yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
nobody never like I go alone, yeah. And
No,
that's
of
I
course.
call you back if I in Tallinn. Yeah? I start in Helsinki, then
Yes.
I call you. All time is like security boat.
Yes.
I recommend this.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah.
Also for filming, if you want to make a film, you need a boat.
Yeah. You can't.
But actually, what the thing I need now is the boat, of course.
Well, I know that Finnish paddlers have went over from Porkala to Tallinn direction. It's 90 kilometers, but they have always had a boat escort, but it's rather hard if you are not a very good at paddler to survive that job, and I would not recommend it now.
But
we are too old, hey. We are too old, hey.
Of course, you must visit the toilet.
Yes.
Number one, you must take about 4 or 5 liters water.
Yes.
But these bottles must be near of you, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And some easy food like chocolate or bananas or something. This
Yes.
what you can get, yeah.
Yes.
Easy and. Okay, if you want to go to the toilet, you must do your process. So you can't go to the. Okay, I make a stop small and I smoke something. No, like if a marathon, yeah, on the river. There you can do this.
Yes.
But on the sea, you must. I have experienced doing on the sea. Coast is too far. You make.
Yes. Yes, of course.
Yeah.
But just to tell Harry, in 2017, I was rowing for 65 days, every day between 15 and 90 kilometers for 65 days.
Yeah.
So I think the distance for one day is not a problem for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Also, 40 years ago, I took part in one long canoe marathon. I was paddling with my girlfriend. I think she is better paddler than me. And in a plastic 2-man kayak, and from Helsinki to Porvoo town and back, and that was about 15 hours. But I did not like it so much. Very hard job.
Maybe I just say greetings to Mika. Mikhail also joined us, and we are discussing what Toomas has been seeing in Estonia, and also that he plans now this summer small expedition and also continue it next year. So it is from Estonia to Denmark at the end, but maybe something 1 year, some other part next year. Just for your information, how are you doing, Mika?
Спасибо, более-менее нормально все.
If you can speak in English, would be easier. We agreed that we will use English.
Okay, perhaps I can. I'm okay, more or less now. Thank you.
What I have more little bit. If you want. How it's paddling, yeah?
Yes.
Usually we have only one.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
A paddle.
But I have experience with how it's called. Like.
Yes.
Like, I don't know how it's called.
Double blade paddle.
Yeah,
yes.
but usually they have if you see, yeah, this how it's end of this paddle, yeah, like this, yeah. But if one is 180 degree, like a little bit, yeah.
Yes.
Then you can move this paddle. No, how it's It's like
You turn it, yes, turn
yeah.
it.
If you have like this, yeah, you must turn all time.
Yes.
Wrist is this is not so good for your wrist, yeah. But if it's one end of paddle like this and second like this, yeah, then is your no, you can normally.
Yes.
I have this experience.
Yes.
And this is then is if two persons in one boat, yeah, with this twist paddle, yeah. Then I think then we must be this speed is 2 or 3 kilometers higher.
Yes.
And on the Tallinn to Helsinki or Naissaar to Porkala, that must be 2 or 3 hours quickly if you have.
Oh, I don't believe you.
But Jan, the point is that if I make this expedition, when I make it, I would like at least for the most interesting part to use the original paddle, only one blade, like this.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
But one is like Matsalu, that is only like how it's called, kergejõustikus, Aivar, vaata on see teivashüpe. Vaata see teibaga lükkab põhjast. See ka historical.
They have
meri on liiga sügav, ei saa.
They also in Soma we have been using not a paddle but just a long rope.
Stick. Okay.
Yes. You are pulling.
Yeah,
Yes.
from the bottom.
Yes.
But from historical finds, you have the paddle. The paddle is known from ancient times, so the double-bladed paddle is not that known from ancient times. We have double-bladed paddles, but they are smaller ones. No.
Well, you see, I have studied the canoes in here in Nordic countries and Karelia and Russia and Europe and Siberia and in most places they have used they use double-ended paddles because the boats are very narrow and you can they are maybe better for balancing the small boat and also I am an old paddler. I have been canoeing for 65 years. I know the paddlers very well. So if you have a canoe is 80 centimeters or more, so you use one paddle with one end, and if it's less than 80 centimeters, so you can easily use the double-ended paddles, and it's I think most paddlers know it.
One more question, Thomas. If you now need one of our boats and you have seen some of them, yeah, what is in your mind? Which one would you prefer?
Yeah, I think the boats Jan has would be nice. Jan, you have one which is not made, and then you have others which are made. So they actually, I would, because my boat at the museum in Denmark, it will only be I can use this only in 2023. So if I go this year, I need to get a boat from Estonia. And I also think because of UNESCO, the idea should of course be to use an Estonian boat.
Sure.
Yes. So I just I need a boat, and the boats of Jan would be fine. And then of course maybe Jan would. I don't know what you are thinking about. What is the possibility, and can I buy a boat, and what is the possibility about this?
Yes, this is possible, yeah. But okay, now two boats was, yeah. But what?
Which one?
Yeah, which one? Yeah.
Actually, maybe the one which is finished, maybe.
What is finished? Yeah. Okay. But now is necessary to put it blank.
Extra board or not?
Yeah.
No.
No. Okay. Then I must it clean, and I must list like polishing, and I must put the new tar.
Yes.
Smell was good, and what's more? Paddle too, yeah.
Yes, but no, I will bring the pedals myself.
But I have my personal paddles made with how it's called, this tuya. You know this
Tuya tree.
Tuya tree, yeah.
Yes.
This is very easy.
Yes.
If I take
Light.
with aspen, yeah.
Yes.
Then it's a half.
Yes.
Half. No.
Wait.
Yeah.
Yes.
Half weight. Yeah.
Yes.
But this
Okay.
is a tuya is like a foreign food. This is not local.
No. I understand. Yes.
Uh-huh.
So one idea could be to get maybe one of your boats, Jan, and get it transported to Ivar's place in Sariso.
Yeah.
And then begin from there. That could be an idea.
No, then we must, Ivar and me, we must make little bit hot tar and look all these knots. That is a reefs, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Check all knots.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah. That if something. No, knots is open, yeah. You can't fix it on the sea, or if
Yes.
bad.
Yes.
It's not so good.
No.
I think Ivar and me, we can do it.
Yes.
For uses.
Okay.
Yeah, and we put it how it's kuiva kohta, Ivar, et ta märg ei oleks, vaata, sõitma hakkab.
In some dry place.
Yes.
Yeah, dry place, but if when you start, then is it easy, yeah?
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. And I know I'm not put on the water, and I'm not sell with trips this boat, because when start season, yeah, if this boat all time on the water, yeah, then it's maybe 10 or 15 kilogram weight.
Yes, I know. Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe the idea could be that I come back to Estonia, and then we can maybe make the boat ready. I think maybe. But we can also discuss that on the email.
Of course.
Yes. What the conditions are, because it's their transport and expenses, and how much is it for the boat and things like that.
Yeah, we can. I mean, now we know that you want to do it this year, and is then Evgeny is also available?
I didn't talk. I talked with Evgeny, and I didn't discuss this with him yet. But I will do it. Yes.
Stupid question. If you start, can we enjoy with logboats? Together, like I don't know, not you alone, but
yes.
Ivar and me and some kind of tourist. Let's
of course, yes.
Yeah, send him to the long trip. This is normal, yeah.
Yes, of course, yes.
What Ivar PR man? Maybe Ivar connect with how it's news and radio, TV, and this is like big massiüritus, Ivar, siukene.
Yeah, we will make a kind of public event, or not only you, but some other boats following you.
Yes.
Yeah, it could be very good. Yes.
Because I will have to make a plan. I will have to make an itinerary and some days. I already have been looking at the route, but it will not take that many days to go to Tallinn at least.
And I think it's a good idea to go to Saaremaa Island as well because of this most famous Viking place in our country. So
yes. So that's the idea. I will have to work, and then I'll have to talk with you, Jan and Ivar, about how about the boat, because one thing which also is important is that the Estonian boat is a little bit heavier. Yes. So I would like the boat to be a little bit lighter. So maybe it should be polished a little bit more, if you understand. You agree?
But it's strong. Boat is strong.
Of course. Of course, yes. Yes.
Okay.
So I think that's all what I had to say. Maybe because I was very impressed with the friendship of meeting Ivar, meeting Jan, and the other people, and also talking to people in Estonia. And I think it's also important to do that now, I think.
Айвар,
Да.
я не понял, Томас рассказывал про того, с кем он поплывет. Нашел он человека, да, своего?
Да, Томас встретил одного, который сам занимается серфинг и также вот на море, ну, sea-kayaking. И его зовут Евгений, он вообще из Санкт-Петербурга и археолог по образованию. Но еще не договорились, конечно, когда это сделать, но в принципе есть напарник Томасу.
Так они в одной лодке пойдут?
Да, план такой, что Томас тогда возьмет одну лодку, и ему понравились вот, которые у Яна, так что один из них, и, ну, Ян просто ему надо немножко это там подготовить, но новое смолой, опять же, и, конечно, мы, ну, сейчас будем работать с финансами, как где найти такое.
Он не хотел идти вдвоем на ботнике, а почему-то решил, что на Хабиусе можно вдвоем. Почему? Он большой, больше?
Немножко на больше, да, но это можно спросить у Томаса. Yuri is asking also that because your previous trip on Botnik, you didn't want the second man, and now you want. What is the reason that you prefer not alone, but with someone in a pair?
Actually, the idea in my expedition in 2017 and 2021 was also to have a Russian or Ukrainian companion, but nobody wanted to take this trip. It was too dangerous.
Томас отвечает, что все-таки он и раньше думал, что было бы лучше быть с кем-нибудь вместе вот в Ботнике, ну, прошлый год, и до этого в 2017 году, но просто он никак не нашел напарника. Все, с кем он беседовал, они считали это путешествие слишком опасным.
But of course, because the reason why this time is, for me now, it's obvious. There is a special relationship between, at least between Estonia and Denmark, at least. And of course, this boat is the Estonian boat, and it's accepted by UNESCO. So the good idea is, of course, also for me, not just to use this boat, but do it together with a person from Estonia.
И в этот раз, поскольку эти прошлые путешествия, это был по рекам России, а сейчас это вот из Эстонии в Денмарк, да, Данию. И значит, Томас это видит как вот совместный проект двух стран, и поэтому тоже он предпочитает, что лучше вот, чтобы было один датчан из Эстонии, один из Эстонии, как-то вот такой совместный путешествие, совместный проект, и поэтому тоже он считает, что вдвоем надо идти. Я думаю, тоже, что это легче тоже будет вдвоем на море, да? It's also easier, two of you on a sea, right?
Yes. But I was also thinking maybe Yogini will go for part of the trip, and then a person from Finland or will join me when I come to Finland, and maybe I will manage to get one from Sweden to go the rest of the distance.
И также он еще не решил, но может так, что вот из Эстонии он едет с Евгенией, и потом, когда они уже в Финляндии, тогда Harri Luukkanen может идти в Швецию, и из Швеции уже какой-то шведский тоже спортсмен дальше вот туда, Данию. Yeah?
Well, I don't think it's necessary to take your own boat here. We have enough boats here in Finland, or canoes.
Okay, yes.
But is it correct that a lot of details you still haven't decided, right? Like
Yes, of
it's
course,
still
because
kind of...
when you make this expedition, you use maybe 1 or 2 years in order to plan it and to prepare physically. So it's not just decide today, go tomorrow. It's a lot of thinking, researching, and then planning, get the finance, and then go. So, but I think the main idea should be the boat. This trip, the point of this trip is the boat, the Estonian boat, which is a brother or a sister to the Russian boat. They are in the family together, and now this Estonian boat is the main thing. Not me as a person, but the boat is the main thing. So it actually should be the same boat from Estonia to Finland to Sweden to Denmark.
И также вот в этом экспедиции с Эстонии в Дании этот именно Хабиас, да, эстонский этот, плотник, эстонская лодка, как главный герой, но не Томас, а вот именно, что вот этот наша долбленка сейчас в списке ЮНЕСКО, и он хочет пользоваться вот именно, поскольку это отсюда начинается, он и хочет вот начинать путешествие из парка Сома по реку, тогда туда на море, и дальше вот Финляндия, Швеция, Дания. Ну, первый этот этап там может быть и остров Сaaremaa, где такие самые интересные сейчас довольно свежие находки про викингов. Там похоронили в викингских кораблях, и это такое интересное место.
Okay, sorry, Jan, sorry, Jan.
Вот у меня этот вопрос теперь. Если ты был в России, да, это один страна. Но внутри там в реках можно идти. Никто не спрашивает, откуда это и куда. А теперь этот, как это, пограничники, Эстония, Финляндия и Швеция, и Денмарк. Ну как они там? Там этот официально тоже надо это как-нибудь там, ну, чтобы законно было, чтобы там не, как это? Какой-то закон.
Jan is wondering because when you did last year a trip in Russia on a river, you was in one country, no border guards, but now you have a cross the border from Estonia to Finland, Sweden,
no problem.
Sweden, Denmark, and maybe you need to
no problem. Problem yet. But what I actually was saying yesterday, I gave a lecture. There was 50 people, and there was some young people also. And actually, what was interesting was that after my lecture, these young people, they became interested in the boat. So I also think these expeditions, they make people interested in the boat. So that is also why it's good to tell a story about it.
Especially now when we are with our harbors, we are on the list of UNESCO. It will be very important, like to raise the awareness about this, all this boat and how to use it, and also your theory, your hypothesis that you can and people use such small dugout boats.
So maybe this is a question for you, Ivan. Maybe when this plan is more realistic, and Evgeny will say yes, or we know it will happen, and around what time it will happen. Maybe, as Jan also discussed, we should have in the other habias, in the other dugouts, they should also be part of this expedition. Maybe for a longer distance, so people who would like to be part of it can be part of it in the similar boats.
We can try to develop it like this. I think so.
Yes.
But then we need no soon. Yeah, I mean.
Yes, I know.
It's the time.
Yes, I need to find it. We just need to find the right time. Also, what is the best time for weather in Estonia? Yes, and then Evgeny, I also need to talk to him about when it's possible for him.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the most difficult right now. So,
Aivar, we must talk, I think, with seal Haapsalus on need, kurat, need on need, aita nüüd need
Rannarootsi või?
mehed, vaata, need tunnevad ilma paremini. Kuidas vaatame, kus need tuuled puhuvad, vaata, me oleme sisemaa rotid. Sa võid küsima mingite meremeeste käest, et kuidas need paremad tuulesuunad on Haapsalu ja see kant Saaremaa, tõlgi ümber.
Yeah, he's saying that we both are from mainland, and the advice from people who are on a coast is needed.
Yes.
For, but you know it. I mean.
Yes.
Homework to how it's weather on the sea. We must do this and ask that when is the right time, June or August, and when is like optimal time.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, there is one point in sea kayaking, or if you are crossing open seas, is the how cold is the water. So it's a critical. If it's a very cold water, so it will kill you very soon if you have a collapse there, and or if you don't have a dry suit or something else. And for example, here in Helsinki, I have been a member in canoe clubs, and when we organize some competition or sea touring, some 20 kilometers, going around the islands on the seaside, so they can be still in early August if it has been very windy, so the temperature of water can be 11 degrees. So it's very you have to also check the water temperature. It can be after a few weeks it can be near 20.
What we have here, it depends where is wind, yeah. If it's from north, yeah, then it's like water is changing. And sometimes we have in the summertime only 4 degrees.
Yes.
In the sea, yeah.
Yes.
So if how it goes is like
yeah,
10 meters hot water, 10 meters cold water, and
yes, I understand. Yes.
That's important. Yeah.
Yes. Exactly.
Very good.
Okay. Something to work on. Thank you for your advices.
Юрий,
Ау.
мы, наверное, заканчиваем скоро. Может, у тебя есть еще какие-то вопросы или предложения, или что-то добавить, спросить Томаса или других?
Я предложил бы посмотреть несколько фильмов сейчас, которые, ну вот я смотрел, и мне казалось, что хорошо бы их посмотрели мои друзья.
Mm-hmm.
Это фильм Бергмана «Стыд». Это фильм Тарковского «Жертвоприношение». И это вот недавний фильм, недавний голливудский фильм «Не смотрите вверх». Наверное, многие его видели. Вот 3 фильма, которые, мне кажется, сейчас очень актуальны.
Mm-hmm. I was just asking if Yuri has any questions or anything else to add, or so he is actually telling 3 films that he was looking lately, and he has just recommends also for us. First of them is Bergman, Stid, Shame, Ingmar Bergman, right?
Yes.
And then Tarkovsky.
Yes.
Жертвоприношение?
Как это перевести? Жертвоприношение. I don't have a...
можешь
Он снимал его в Швеции.
Yes, maybe...
Это фильм, который он снимал вместе с оператором Бергмана и с актером, который снимался у Бергмана.
Mm-hmm.
Это фильм, который снимался в Швеции.
Mm-hmm. Tarkovsky made it together with Swedes, Bergman and some other people, but I cannot translate it to English.
Aivar, las ta paneb filmi nimed netti üles sinna.
Yes,
Gmaili.
yeah.
Поставь эти Gmail, эти названия этих фильмов. Тогда лучше найти.
Можем перевести тоже. Я не могу это на английский. Ну, просто не знаю это слово, название. And the third one was some new film from Hollywood.
Смотрите вверх.
Look up.
Это недавно. Вот.
What we can hope that when this expedition starts, already this travel between Russia and here will be possible. Надеемся, Юрий, что когда он начинается это путешествие, ты можешь тоже к нам ездить сюда в Эстонию.
Надеюсь, к этому времени что-то изменится.
Но именно это мы не знаем, когда. Конечно, да.
Будем надеяться на лучшее. Что нам еще остается?
Да. We can hope for the better, for the best, but we cannot influence a lot.
I have a question, Ivar, regarding the boats, or maybe Jan knows it, or other people, you know it. What do you think the reason is why the Estonian dugout boat is flat on the bottom?
Yeah, I told you, but let's see what Jan is saying. Because I have my answer, but I have my answer.
What nüüd ongi?
I know also.
Sooma haabias, yeah, is flat, but Matsalu haabias, roundy. Vepsa haabias, roundy. Mari haabias, see Mari L, roundy. Maybe I remember when I asked in a Vepsa master that how it's called. How it's called in English? Hobel. Yeah. And Vepsa master says me this is a too exclusive instrument. He has only traditional instruments like axe, the 2 axes, and sword. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you want to do a flat bottom, this is take too much time, and the results is, of course, is a balance like a Russian toy, Vanka Stanka calls. I don't know how it's like, kus on väike lukukene, Aivar? Kuidas, vaata, see tina põhjas on. It's moving like this.
Yeah, I
Toy,
can say
child toy, yeah?
Vanka Stanka is also the word that I know. The toy where you have something heavy in bottom and it never goes.
Yes.
No.
And what I want to say is that mean that your lingua, yeah, must be center of your head all time. And if you're padding, then is your ass must be like feel this boat, yeah. If it's flat, that is no, little bit safer, you know, little bit easy.
Yes. Okay.
Maybe I have some.
Harry also had
Wait.
answer for you. Mika, what do you say? Why should bottom be flat and not roundy?
Yes, before or the boats which are logboats which are not expanded, so which are made from oak or something else, wood. So you see, you have to. You cannot form the log expanding it, so you have to. You usually cut from the bottom part so that you can get it flat, so it's more stable when you sit there. It's it has been practiced along with, but I don't know if it's only for those boats, but at least you cannot make a boat from a round full round stock, and because it's too difficult to use.
Mika, what do you say?
Yes, I think it can be flat to make it more stable on water. I can't see any other reason.
Same also when I remember when I was asking my teachers, yeah, like 25 years ago, I was also asking this question and there was no other answer. It is more stable if it's flat.
Yes.
But the finds we have in Scandinavia from we have one find from Tuna Badelund. It's with a one plank. It's like this. It's not flat. It's like this, like the Russian boat and Marielle and this one. So I think in the Viking Age, at least, this form was known, not this one.
Yeah, there can be some V form, but not full round form. You see, V form. It's good for both, but full round is very dangerous and bad.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
And that's the entire point of having this expansion is because I know this from 2,000 kilometers now. The Russian boat is very seaworthy because it's very wide. It's more than 80 centimeters. The one I used in Russia was 1 meters and 13 centimeters wide. So it was quite wide.
Yes.
Not like a canoe, not like a. I know what you're saying, Harry. I understand it. Yes. So maybe we'll have to find out why is it flat and make a decision. Why was it made flat here in Soma? So, but these are suggestions. If you say it's more stable, I'll be very lucky when I go on the sea with this boat. Then I will have to tell myself, this boat is more stable than the Russian. So thank you for this answer also.
May I ask you, Mika, the replica that you made in Sweden, is it the Tuna Padelunda replica?
Yes, one of them was the replica of Tuna Ibadelunda.
Mm-hmm.
And it's made of pine, which is very strange thing. The pine is very difficult to expand. It cracks. It is not like poplar or aspen or those trees or linden. It's very difficult to expand over fire. I did it, but I didn't like it. And the archaeological find itself, it wasn't so well preserved, and I think the reconstruction is rather controversial. It could be not very much expanded. It could be almost the same width as the original log. Even though it was very thin, the walls were very thin. The preserved walls, they were like 20 millimeters thickness.
Mika, can I ask you, because the Tuna Barcelona, it has one plank, yes? One plank.
Yes, yes, and the planks were not preserved, almost not preserved, only small parts of them were preserved.
And it was sewed on, it was not with nails?
Yes, it was sewn, that's why they invited me to build the replica to Sweden, because I was a specialist in boat sewing with vidjer, or what do you call it in Danish, vidja or vidhi in English.
Yes. But this sewing system, would it also be able to withstand big waves on the sea, do you think?
It's as strong as nails. It can withstand anything, but the problem is the wood itself. The planks, they are very thin, and the bottom parts is very thin.
Okay. One question for you, Mika. Do you think it's possible with one of the, have you seen Jan's boats?
I haven't been in Estonia. I didn't see them, but I saw many pictures.
Do you think it's possible to put one plank on Jan's boats? By sewing?
Yes, I think it's possible, but one have to examine it very carefully how to do it. The shape and the stems and how they will come, the planks will come to the stems and all the joints, but in principle it's of course possible.
Yeah, I have a question. How much was connection? How much centimeters this place? Yeah.
How many the overlapping part?
Yeah.
About 5 centimeters usually in small boats. From 4 to 6, something like that. Depends on thickness. Depends on thickness. The thicker the planks.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what were the planks in tuna boat, but well, they can be as wide as you want.
Measured, Mika and Jan, I measured the Tuna Barcelona boat made in Roskilde. It was 35 centimeters wide. 35 centimeters.
The planks were 35 centimeters. Yes, it could be so.
Mika, question. About 10 years ago, I visited near the Äänisjärv, Onega.
Yes,
Soutjärv, Soutjärv, see Vepsa museum.
Yes.
Šoltazere. It's in Russian. It's Šoltazere.
This boat was your mate, sir, or no?
Yes, there is one boat there which is mine.
Okay.
It has aspen dugout and expanded bottom and planks on each side. So also sewn.
about 10 years ago, I visited this Shoutjärve,
Yes.
yeah, and it was sewing with roots.
Yes, it was sewn with roots, but it is, I believe it is a mistake. In fact, most of the sewing was made with withes made of twigs or branches, not with roots.
Okay.
Later, recently, in several recent years, I made microscopic expertise of some finds and discovered that they were all branches, not roots. And in literature, we have very many mentions of roots, of sewing with roots. I think, I suspect it's like a legend in science. It all could come from one source, and authors just copy this information without understanding it. It could be a dangerous legend, like, well.
Yes, I know that if you have a sewing planks or so they use, as you told, branches. It's called the vitsa.
Vitsa in Russian,
yes,
it's called vitsa. In English,
it's a Finnish word, vitsa.
Or it could be also Slavic words and exist in Russian and Belarusian and other languages.
Yeah,
it means
but you are taking
just
it.
branch.
But which kind of wood are these branches made of? Which kind of wood?
The finds I examined were of spruce branches or juniper branches. But it's possible to use other wood, other sorts of wood, like birch, for example, or willow. In some finds, I remember there were reported like birch withes, but if they were of branches or of made of birch roots, it wasn't specified. It's rather, I wouldn't say it's so difficult to determine it under the microscope, but the common and conventional technique doesn't exist. There exists a very developed technique how to distinguish species of wood, like distinguish between spruce or juniper or pine or birch or anything, but no technique for distinguishing different parts of wood, like distinguish its roots from a branch. So I had to do it myself. I did consult many experts and scientists. They all agree, but well, still it is not conventional technique.
Then I have one more question, maybe for you, Mika. When you make the spans in the boat like this, which kind of, are they made of the special part of the tree, or are they shaped by heating the spans in the boats?
I understand. In that tuna boat replica, they were of juniper too, just as in the original boat. It was very difficult to find those curved parts of juniper. They must be rather thick and big. So it was difficult to find. I was looking, the boat was built in Sweden near Stockholm, and I remember every bush there. I was walking for many days looking. But in other boats, they are usually of spruce. Spruce is easier to find. They are thicker and bigger and easier to find.
Thanks.
Well, maybe I can raise the topic of that yacht spring boat find, as you're from Denmark and perhaps familiar with it. And well, once again, I can tell that we can perhaps make a sort of a replica or demonstration of the technique of expanding, because I believe it is all its 5 parts, like 5 wide planks. They were not planks in general modern sense. They were like expanded dugouts, many of them expanded almost flat and look like planks. Perhaps it's possible to reconstruct the technique. I tried it, and it's not difficult to expand a pipe into a completely flat plank. It's easier than to expand a classical dugout, because it doesn't have stem and aft. Well, it can be rolled out into flat without it doesn't have, I would say, double curvature. It's like flattening a cylinder into a plane. It's, at least I can tell that it is possible, and it is no problem. We can try to do it maybe in Estonia or somewhere.
One technical point on the logboats: if Thorfinn like to paddle one with himself, so the boat cannot be very high, because you can otherwise you cannot work over the side, over the border there. For example, the skin boats, large skin boats used by the Chukchis, they were only perhaps 50 centimeter high, because you have to hang over the board and paddle there, and only when they got outboard motors, so the boats came higher.
Interesting discussions, yeah.
Yes.
So, should we conclude somehow our today's meeting? Maybe. Может, заканчиваем сегодня? Какие-то мысли еще, вот, ну, как-то вот, чтобы закончить, такие идеи еще. Your concluding remarks, maybe.
Просьба у Юрия: поставь эти почтовый ящик, эти 3 фильма, названия. Английском и русском языке все равно, тогда легче найти в Ютубе.
Да, наш этот лист, наш почтовый, ну, этот лист. I am happy that we have somehow this idea from Estonia to Denmark is getting more concrete, even because it will be happen this summer. So very happy and excited to help you, Thomas, with everything. So.
But maybe Harry could find a young man who would be able to join from Finland.
Well, for what should he paddle you over the sea from Estonia to Finland? Or?
No, along the Finnish coast to Birka in Sweden.
From where?
From around Helsinki, west of Helsinki, to at least to maybe Sweden.
Well, people make those trips, but they use plastic kayaks, and I am not sure, but if you are starting, so you are really starting your journey, so I can ask some friends, but I cannot promise anything.
No, it's fine.
No help.
It's enough. It's enough. Because I know the Finnish people, by nature, they are very hard people. They are strong people.
Yeah, and very crazy sometimes.
Yes, Finnish people, they are the best at ski jumping. They are the best at race driving in the woods. So they are a little bit crazy, I think.
And ice hockey.
Ice
Yeah.
hockey.
Yes, ice hockey. Yeah, and one point more for my part. So I have tried to find a paper I made a long time ago, 15 years ago, about the origin and development of the expanded logboat, but I have not found yet that paper. I've wrote it that it was I wrote it in English, but if I find it, so I will send it to all of you.
Thank you.
This is in your summer house.
Yeah, but I cannot find it there.
Ask your wife.
You know, she
Don't ask him. He will surely burn it.
she has secretly burned it already.
That's for sure. Thank you.
Yes, thank you all. Thank you, Ivar. Thank you
Thank
for.
you, Ivar, yes.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
Спасибо.
yes,
Bye-bye.
Спасибо.
Спасибо,
Yes.
Yuri. Mikhail.
yes,
Bye, bye.
Bye-bye.
Еще видим.
yes,
Cheers, Mrs. Next month.
Yes.
yes. Peaceful days, peaceful days.